Just ahead on CTV News.
A body found in Anne Arundel County could be linked to Dakara Thompson, the missing Prince George's County woman. I'm Jonathan Hunter. I have the latest from police coming up.
And the County Council discusses improving police and driver interactions during traffic stops.
This is an opportunity to create a driver's handbook to share with them, the driver, what to expect in a stop, a police or law enforcement stop.
Plus, Governor Moore signs an executive order to make housing more affordable.
This success is going to be felt for generations to come, and it's going to be felt all over the state. It's going to be felt by the educator in Frederick, who can afford to buy a home in the same neighborhood that they teach in.
These stories and more on CTV News, starting now.
Good evening, this is CTV News for September 4th. I'm Michaela Newton.
And I'm Anaya Falcon. Thanks for joining us. And topping our news tonight, a body found in Anne Arundel County could be linked to Dakara Thompson, the missing 19-year-old Prince George's County woman. Maryland State Police and Prince George's County Police have launched a joint investigation.
CTV's Jonathan Hunter is at Prince George's County Police headquarters with the details.
It's been a tough 2 weeks for the family of Dakara Thompson as they continue to search for answers. Prince George's County Police say the body that was found has similar characteristics to Thompson, but they say they cannot positively confirm the identity until the autopsy has been completed. Prince George's County Police say the body was found on August 31st by state troopers in a grassy area near US 50 in Annapolis. State police have now opened a death investigation.
We're working hand in hand with the Maryland State Police Department. They're going to be handling the death investigation. We are still working our missing person case.
Interim Police Chief George Nader reiterated that even though the body has similar characteristics to Thompson, they can't jump to any conclusions just yet.
We have not yet confirmed that this is the missing. I want to make that very clear. At this point, there has not been a confirmation.
Thompson was last seen on August 22nd and reported missing the next day. She told her father she left to gas up her car, but never came back to her home in Lanham. Her car was found 2 days later, parked in the wrong direction near the intersection of Jasmine Terrace and Riggs Road in Langley Park. Her purse was inside, but her car keys and phone were gone. Surveillance video shows a woman walking away from the car around 1:30 in the morning on August 23rd. The family believes that could have been Thompson.
You know, anytime someone goes missing, it is sad. It's tragic because for a family, you don't know where your loved one is. And so we take that very seriously here.
Prince George's County Executive Aisha Braveboy says she has been in contact with the family. She says she is heartbroken for them.
Dakara is 19 years old. And so even though technically she's an adult, she's someone's child, someone's baby. And so our heart goes out to her entire family.
Police say the investigation remains active. If you have any information, you are asked to give them a call. In Upper Marlboro, I'm Jonathan Hunter reporting for CTV News.
Thanks, Jonathan. State police say the disabled car located near the body is unrelated to the case.
Meanwhile, last week, following school dismissal, a student from Imagine Lincoln Public Charter School was struck by a vehicle. According to Prince George's County Public Schools, it happened on August 29th when the student was crossing the intersection of Norcross Street and St. Clair Drive. Emergency responders quickly arrived and the student was transported to the hospital, treated, and was later released that same day. Anthony Tillman, Commissioner for Ward 1 for the District of District Heights, has been an advocate for safer streets, is urging the county to make a change.
This has happened often. You know, this is not the first time this has happened. This is not the first school this has happened at. So this is a ongoing issue. So I want to be really transparent here and say that this is an ongoing issue and this has not been resolved. And, you know, there are many schools right now without a crossing guard, and every day schools don't have a crossing guard. Our students is at risk.
In a statement, PGCPS said in part, quote, In response to the incident, staff worked swiftly in collaboration with the Prince George's County Police Department to secure an additional crossing guard at the intersection, which serves both Imagine Lincoln and Benjamin Stoddard Middle School students.
And the County Council is working on a handbook that would help improve interactions between residents and county police. During a committee meeting, Council at-large member Calvin Hawkins spoke about CR 77, a resolution that would create a driver's handbook. The guidebook would provide drivers with details on county police's procedures during a traffic stop and give drivers important information they should know if they are pulled over. Hawkins says the handbook would be created in collaboration with county police, the Police Accountability Board, and the county's Integrity, Compliance, and Police Accountability.
There's an opportunity, either you broke a speeding law or you did something that caused them to stop you. You may be alarmed, but it's something we all can get through by knowing what it's all about, the stop that is, and what to expect from the law enforcement, and what law enforcement should expect from you. Just another means to create additional safety on our street.
And County Executive Aisha Braveboy is in support of the resolution. The committee voted favorable of the amendment resolution, and it will now head back to the council for a vote.
Well, did you know that heart disease is the leading cause of death in men and women in Prince George's County? Well, a new council bill is looking to address this disease while also connecting residents with quality food. Councilmember Walla Blagay of District 6 is the sponsor of CB 67, a bill that would create the Prince George's County Food as Medicine Health Program Act of 2025. The program would provide grant money to partners that work to implement food and nutrition interventions, address food insecurity in the county, and reduce chronic diseases like stroke and diabetes. Through this initiative, a 21-member work group would be created to help the health department run the program.
We realize that a lot of people are looking for healthier options, and we have so many farms here and all of those things here that people don't really know about. But we realize that connecting that with our residents who need access to food will be helpful. They have food as medicine programs at Capital Region, at different hospitals. So we're just trying to implement it officially. As we've seen cuts on the federal level with SNAP and some other things, this is a very good time for us to implement it on the local level.
And the committee voted unanimously. It will now head to the council for a vote.
And D.C.'s Attorney General Brian Schwab is suing the federal government over deploying of the D.C. National Guard in the District of Columbia. The lawsuit, which was filed today, claims that the deployment of the National Guard is illegal under the city's Home Rule Act. Schwab says, quote, deploying the National Guard to engage in law enforcement is not only unnecessary and unwanted, but it is also dangerous and harmful to the district and its residents. Currently, the D.C. National Guard will be extending its stay in the nation's capital through December.
Meanwhile, despite a push from the Trump administration and even the deployment of military personnel to some cities, ICE arrests actually dropped last month. According to data obtained by Transactional Records Access Clearinghouse at Syracuse University, daily immigration arrests in August averaged just over 1,000, down 14% from July, and far below the administration's goal of 3,000 per day.
And Governor Wes Moore is pushing to make housing more affordable, saying it's not just about shelter, but it's about building legacy. Moore signed the Housing Starts Here order, directing state agencies to identify public land near transit for new housing and cut red tape to get homes built faster. The order also requires local jurisdictions to set housing production targets, with the first benchmark due in January of 2026. It builds on Moore's Reinvest Baltimore plan, which invested $50 million to put at least 5,000 vacant properties back into use by the end of the decade.
If you want to create wealth, start with housing. If you want to create jobs, start with housing. If you want to attract new businesses, start with housing. If you want more young people moving to our state, start with housing. And if you want to lift the dreams of our children, start with housing. I want to be clear. This is not a fad for this administration. This is not a phase. As long as I am governor of the state of Maryland, we will be a pro-housing administration, and this will be an administration that moves on building housing.
And the governor says the goal is to close Maryland's 96,000 unit housing shortage and create communities where more families can afford to live, work, and thrive. You're watching CTV News. I'm Anaya Falcon.
And I'm Michaela Newton. Still to come, Bowie drivers beware. The Bowie Police Department is relocating several speed cameras.
That's right. Find out where you need to know before hitting the road. We'll be right back.
Everyone likes rooting for their favorite team with some friends. But if you plan on drinking, don't drive. Designate a sober driver or schedule a rideshare for a safe ride home. Be the make a plan driver. Be the driver who saves lives.
Welcome back. Good news for Terps. Testudo is now nearly a 24/7 service. The University of Maryland has extended access to the site's features, which were once limited to certain hours. Now students can log in anytime except for a quick maintenance window each morning. It's all a part of UMD's move toward a new system called Workday Student, which will eventually replace Testudo and other platforms by 2028. The goal? Easier access to class registration, transcripts, and financial aid, all from your phone.
And meanwhile, Bowie Police will be relocating 3 of the city's speed cameras by next month. The cameras currently located on Cambridge Drive, Mitchellville Road, and the 15,200 block of Annapolis Road will be relocated to Old Stage Road, Chestnut Avenue, and the 15,800 block of Annapolis Road. The relocation goes into effect on October 2nd. There will be no warning period in the relocated areas, so civil citations will still be issued. For more information on the location of cameras, visit cityofbowie.org/speedcameras.
A big change is coming to Maryland family law, and it could affect thousands of custody cases across the state. For decades, judges relied on case law like Montgomery County v. Sanders to determine what was in a child's best interest. But starting October 1st, a new law known as Section 9201 will go into effect, making joint custody or shared parenting the presumption in child custody cases. Now, the law spells out specific factors from family stability and school needs to parental cooperation and even a child's own preference.
There's something to be said for having the standard for judging child custody issues written in the law rather than just in case law. It gives it I think, greater force in that respect. So the Sanders factors are 10. Of course, the statute gives us about 16 factors. The last one's anything else that a judge thinks is appropriate. So it expands a wee bit on what we had before, but it does incorporate all of the important factors in Sanders.
The law also makes it easier to modify custody agreements, a change family law experts say will bring clarity and uniformity to the process.
And Maryland has joined 21 other states and Washington, D.C. to support federal unions in response to President Trump's proposed cuts. Back in March, President Donald Trump issued an executive order that said labor unions were being canceled to enhance national security. As a result, more than 20 attorney generals across the U.S., including Anthony Brown, joined a brief in support of the federal unions. The brief was filed Friday in the 9th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals and argues Trump's order violates the workers' First Amendment rights.
Well, a quiet birthday getaway from Maryland's First Lady, Dawn Moore, made unexpected headlines this Labor Day thanks to photos in a British tabloid. The Daily Mail published shots of Governor Wes Moore shirtless on George Clooney's yacht in Italy. The trip celebrating his wife Dawn's 50th wasn't on Moore's public schedule, but his team says it was a private vacation the governor fully paid out of pocket for. According to Maryland Matters, while Moore says he's not eyeing a 2028 presidential run, the Clooney connection has people talking.
And unemployment claim filings have hit a new high within the last month. According to the Labor Department, unemployment benefit claims rose by 8,000, totaling to 237,000 claims filed by August 30th. This comes after the government reported yesterday that there were more than unemployed people more than any of the job positions available in July, marking this the first time since the pandemic. The jobs report for August is expected to be released tomorrow. And still to come on CTV News.
A local woman is making efforts to make her community healthier, one juice at a time.
That story and more after the break.
Might not see it coming. It's prediabetes, and it captures 1 in 3 adults. You may not even know you have it, but you can escape. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test to know where you stand. With early diagnosis, you can change the outcome and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Be your own hero on smartphones everywhere at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Welcome back. A business in Oxon Hill is making juices with organic ingredients. I sat down with the founder and CEO of Infinitely Natural to find out how her juicing business is offering health to the community. Good juices made from every good thing. That's the tagline of Infinitely Natural, a juicing business in Oxon Hill. 29-year-old Kendall Claxton is the founder and CEO of this business. She started in 2019, a year after she graduated college.
One of my goals as a freshman was I wasn't going to get freshman 15. And so I think that kickstarted my health journey. And I just thought about what are some fun and attainable ways to introduce health in a way that is manageable, in a way that is accessible.
A goal that she says is challenging, but worth it.
I actually came up with 2 juices. I'm not going to say that cured COVID, but really helped combat the symptoms against them when my whole household fell sick under COVID. And so I've seen the benefits of it.
Benefits like headache relief, skin health, weight loss, better digestion, and stronger immunity. She says her 11-year-old niece, Kinley, inspired her to start Infinitely Natural when she was just 4 years old.
And I was like, oh, Auntie, these are the best juices in the world. And so I was like, if you work hard, you can make a business. And so then she made like a business and stuff.
A venture that Kendall says has a mission that's far bigger than money.
You find in a lot of neighborhoods that there are food deserts, and so there isn't access to healthy, fresh fruits and vegetables. And so what I do is I come alongside and provide a service. I deliver my juices right to your door, and I'm also competitive in prices.
Kendall's not only serving the community, but educating them too. One of the ways is through her book, Prayer, Poetry, and Recipes.
They say things you want in life take time. It takes an amount of effort that only dedication can surmise.
The kind of dedication that's rubbing off on her niece.
Since I love dogs and walking dogs, and I have my own dog and stuff, I was like, oh, I should walk dogs, and half of my money is going to homeless people and stuff.
Kendall says her impact inspires her to keep going.
I also want to build a team. It can be hard to do things by myself, but I get it done. I would love to open a storefront.
A dream that her niece Kinley says she's proud of.
She's just really working really hard, and so it's inspired me to work hard also and follow in my auntie's steps, because I was also named after her and stuff, and she's just my hero and stuff.
And Infinitely Natural provides order on the go and doorstop delivery options, but they plan to ship juices nationwide in the future. For more information or to get your hands on one of those delicious juices, visit the website infinitelynaturalllc.com.
All right, well, aspiring songwriters, listen up. The Bernard Ebb Songwriting Awards Honors is accepting applications for its songwriting competition. The company honors the best songwriters in the DMV, and the contest includes a live performance at Strathmore in Bethesda and will award one songwriter a grand prize of $10,000 plus $1,500 towards studio recording time. The priority application deadline is October 1st, but for more information about the contest or application, visit strathmore.org and search songwriting.
And the winning numbers are 3, 16, 29, 61, 69, and a Powerball number of 22. If you missed out on buying a Powerball ticket last night, good news, the jackpot is still up for grabs. The Powerball jackpot has now jumped to an astonishing $1.7 billion. Since May 31st, there have been 41 straight drawings without a big winner. The next drawing will be Saturday night, with the prize expected to be the third largest in the U.S. lottery history.
And it's time to take a bite out of loneliness with our pet of the week.
Say hello to Tiburon, a 3-year-old brown and white Mastiff mix who's been swimming around the shelter since August 2nd.
His name means shark in Spanish, but this big guy is all heart. Animal Services says Tiburon is loyal, loving, and ready to make a big splash with a new family.
He's looking for his forever home. He's a sweet boy that's just looking for a nice home to call his forever home. He's a little bit shy, so I would recommend, just due to his temperament. Of course, that could change outside the shelter environment, but as of right now, I would recommend older kids that can maybe understand his body language a little bit more, and the fact that he's a little on the shy side.
So if you're ready to let Tiburon swim into your little heart, or maybe bring him home with one of his furry friends,
call Animal Services at 301-780-7200.
And remember, your next jawsome companion could just be one adoption away.
That's right. Well, if you're flying Southwest this year, get ready for free Wi-Fi in the sky. The company's partnering up with T-Mobile to offer free unlimited Wi-Fi for all Rapid Rewards members starting October 24th. No matter your wireless provider, if you're a Southwest Rapid Rewards customer, you will have free Wi-Fi for the duration of your flight. Now, this will make Southwest the largest domestic airline to implement free Wi-Fi on every flight this year. All right, don't move. Simon Buggs has our Thursday sports page.
That's right. What's going on today, Simon?
Hey everyone, and coming right up, Terps head football coach Mike Locksley touches on the team's upcoming game against Northern Illinois. That story and more after the break. Don't move.
My opponent is completely disregarding almost half of my arguments which I respond to.
Communities must step up
Laws
and
alone
protest
cannot
against this
stop the bullet.
normalizing. Well, I completely disagree.
Point of inquiry, do you guys even realize that the #1 killer of children and teens are gun injuries?
You're probably starting to realize now, this is not a debate.
There is no adult in this earth that wants children to die.
I worry for my kids.
All right, everyone, it's time for your Thursday sports page. Well, Terps fans, head coach Mike Locksley and company took care of business in their Week 1 game last week against Florida Atlantic to move to 1-0 on the season. And now the team will try to make it 2 straight wins to start off their year in their matchup against Northern Illinois tomorrow night. Now, Maryland is heavily favored to walk away with the win, but despite this, the team has to make sure they're firing on all cylinders because the Huskies are definitely capable of pulling off an upset.
When you talk about NIU, it's a program that, I know their head coach really well, Thomas Hammock, has been coach of the year, I think, a couple of years ago. big upsets, I think over Notre Dame a couple of years ago. So this is a program that's accustomed to playing these types of games where most people outside the program don't think they have a chance. Really well coached team on defensive structure, sound, tackles well. On the offensive side of the ball, they know who they want to be. They're a run-first team and ball control, but those guys are really well coached.
Kickoff is at 7:30. And sticking with Terp Sports News, the men's soccer team has had a solid start to the season. The team currently has a record of 2 wins, 0 losses, and a tie. I caught up with head coach Sasho Sorovsky recently, and he believes that the team's attention to detail and mentality have played a huge part in their strong start to the season.
We're off to a great start in large part because we're paying attention to details and we're sort of establishing the type of culture and mentality that we need to be a very good team. You know, giving up 2 goals in 3 games and both were easily preventable. We've gone on the road, had success against Georgetown. We had a success against Wake. Unfortunately, the game was called off due to weather. But I like the depth of our team. I like the mentality. The locker room so far is very good. Leadership group is excellent, and we're getting contributions from a wide variety of players right now.
Maryland will return to action against Pacific at home on Saturday. And switching over to the women's soccer team, the Lady Terps have had a good start to the season also, going 4-2 in their first 6 games. Maryland will be in Harrisonburg, Virginia tonight, taking on James Madison for their next matchup. This is the Ladies Terps' second time this season they have gone on the road, the first time being in their game against Old Dominion, in which they lost. And head coach Michael Marciano seems ready to get that first road win of the season.
It's our second chance of going on the road, and I think that we were not as well prepared as we could be in round 1 when we traveled to ODU, so we need to make sure that our preparation is correct, and I'm confident that our group has learned its lesson. I'm confident that I've learned my lessons, and so while we're going to continue to play a lot of great opponents in these upcoming games, we have to focus on ourselves and make sure that our group is ready to go with the right energy and the right focus, and I'm looking forward to the game against James Madison.
The game begins at 6 o'clock. Good luck tonight, ladies. And wrapping up sports today is finally here, NFL fans. The regular season opener is tonight as the defending Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles will host quarterback Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Kickoff is at 8:20. And that wraps up your Thursday sports page. Simon Buggs, CTV Sports.
All right, thanks, Simon. Let's get a look at our 3-day weather forecast. Tonight, we're going to have some thunderstorms, mainly before 10 p.m. Tomorrow, enjoy another warm day before fall when we get a high of 88 degrees. Saturday, we'll have a high of 89 with a 60% chance of rain. Sunday, we have a 30% chance of rain, and we'll have a high of 73 and a low of 55.
And for our community calendar, tomorrow night is opening night for Legally Blonde the Musical at the Bowie Playhouse. This high-energy, award-winning show follows Elle Woods as she defies expectations in a fun, feel-good journey packed with catchy songs and dynamic dances. Showtime is at 8 p.m., and for tickets or more information, visit secondstarproductions.org. And that's a wrap for CTV News for now. Thanks so much for joining us.
We'll see you again tomorrow. Have a good night.
CTV News.
I sat down with the interim superintendent to talk about what students and parents can expect this school year.
As students prepare to head back to school, County Police are looking to fill an important safety position.
We have a lot of people fired up about supporting our children.
All 9 sororities and fraternities that make up the Divine Nine are coming together to donate for Prince George's County students.
PGCPS is rolling out their new bus tracker app that shows how students are getting to and from school.
People really want to be here. They know
the great things that we're doing here.
These are kids that are literally going to change our world.
Yeah, we're excited to have 132,000 students coming back into our doors.
CTV News, bringing you news that you need to know.